Tim Fisher runs a small, family-owned contract logistics business out of southeast Queensland. He was having trouble gathering data from his staff due to their vast geographical locations. So he decided to implement Telstra's resource management solution, Xora Timetack.
So Tim, you've started using our Xora workforce productivity solution. What were the business challenges that you had that led you to Xora?
One of our main problems at Tim Fisher Transport was that due to the nature of the business, we work out of multiple sites, and at the end of each week, someone had to physically drive around each site to obtain the timesheets for the drivers. To drive around 5 sites is very time-consuming, obviously.
It's a whole day's work.
Just about, yeah.
So tell me how you use Xora in your business, Tim.
Each driver has a handheld, and he inputs his shift start and shift end information into his handheld. He also enters into the handheld his job information. Now, your job information is the information that we use to bill our customers. Right. So it's very important to get that information accurate. Yeah. We found once we started to use the Xora, that information, due to that increase in accuracy, our income increased. And it also, the way the Xora reports that information, it's very credible due to the logging system that the Xora entails. And once any information is entered onto the Xora, it logs a time and an address. Right. So if a driver writes information in, there is something to cross-reference that against. Yeah. And there's also a geographical position that you can look at to make sure that that is exactly where it needs to be.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. In the Xora application, you get a breadcrumb trail, which is basically an outline of where your vehicle has travelled during the day. Now, if you find that particular vehicles are going over the top of each other, obviously you're being inefficient.
Yeah. And are you sending jobs to the worker that's the closest to the customer because you can see their location from the Xora solution?
Yep, that's exactly right. One of the key functions of Xora is that it can pick up which driver is closest to that customer.
Yeah. And are you finding that you're saving some time also on preparing your weekly timesheets and payroll?
Absolutely. The timesheets are all there, and the shift start and end in the Xora application indicates the driver's working hours. Yeah. So at the end of the week, your driver's hours are all worked out for you on a simple report. Yeah. And that is just a matter of downloading that into your pay system. Yeah. And that, again, cuts down on back-end activities that you need to do in your office.
So Tim, when we launched the Xora solution, we made sure that we did market research to find out what we thought a small business thought was a fair price to pay. And we ended up pricing it at about $35 for the application, plus a data pack if you don't already have a data pack on your phone. What did you think of that?
The pricing was fantastic, to be honest. I looked at other places in the industry and I just couldn't find any better than the Xora, to be honest. The other thing that attracted me to the Xora was the flexibility of the contract period. There aren't any lock-in contracts, so the pricing is fantastic, to be honest.
Yeah. And have you won any new big contracts because you've got Xora as your winning advantage?
We have, as a matter of fact, yes. And it was a major contract over a major transport company, and I think Xora was the edge that we were looking for.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You can find out more information on the Xora Timetack system on our website. This tax tip is brought to you